Okay, in this video we're going to revisit the Taurus Spectrum. I had one a while back in a different Taurus pistols I bought, and just personally I kind of like the gun and the size of it, but more on that in another video. So anyway, what happened was Sportsman's Warehouse, we had one up here in Greensboro, had some kind of weird sale, and they had two things on sale there. They had a SIG pistol, which a friend of mine bought one. It was on sale for like $5.50 from $6.50, extra mags and a holster or some crap, so he ran out there and bought it. And I really wasn't looking to get another one, but I did remember the one gun they had in stock and filled the whole case was Taurus Spectrums. And the black ones, the simplest one there was. I bought a Taurus Spectrum right when they came out the first year. So I went in there and I looked, and the way the sale was running with sales tax and everything, I got the gun for $200. Okay, like $203 or something. So to me it was a deal. And what the hell? We'll go back to the Taurus Spectrum because I did sell or trade the other one I had years ago. So I said, okay, I got the Taurus. So I'll show you what happened. Disaster kind of struck, and in a way maybe I was lucky, but we're going to talk about an upgrade in a company that makes parts, custom parts for this gun. Alright, so what we did, we got our new gun home, and I said, alright, let's take it apart and clean it. Okay, and check out what's going on. So I took the gun apart. You know, it's pretty simple how to do it. And basically what I wanted to do was clean, you know, the oil, protective oil that was in the barrel and everything. Got the barrel cleaned out nice. And then we come to the part where when we have the gun, we have our recoil spring, which is just a spring here. And as you see, this is where, I'll try to zoom in here, but I noticed something. If you look closely at the length of this spring, I don't know if you can see, this is where the guide rod locks up and just sticks to the end of the barrel. This is the length of the spring, which, okay, this much has to be compressed. And the idea is to take the spring, put it down there, take the guide rod here, and then push like at an angle, and then lock it into the barrel. Well, try as I might, and if you look at the ends of these springs, how they are, they got that little, so this like lip kept going through the end of the slide like this, you know, and all this other stuff, and I could not for the life of me get the guide rod to compress. So in doing this, oh, this doesn't go there. I said, so I tried several times and I couldn't get it back. Plus this barrel really doesn't lock, it moves. So this is moving. With my bad hand, it became difficult. So I went out to the garage and I tried compressing this spring on the guide rod, and then grabbing the guide rod with pliers, and I was hoping I can get it in here and set it in. Now if you look at my old video on this weapon, you'll see where I tried it, and back then, all them years ago, my hands were in better shape, but now I couldn't get that guide rod and recoil spring back in there for the life of me. So in the process of trying to compress it and slip it in, the thing slipped and shot out in the garage somewhere. And I did find the spring, but after hours of searching, I could not find the guide rod. So now I got a problem. Brand new gun, got a deal on it, guide rod. So go look. There are no spare parts for this. Okay. there are no spare parts, so I couldn't go and find a spare part thing. Probably if I called Taurus, they could do something. But gun parts or anything, nobody had a guide rod. So I went looking around, and there was a company, and the company sells, and it's called Galloway Precision, okay? And this company sells all this customized Taurus parts. And there we have the Taurus stainless steel guide rod and spring, okay? And what they do is they made a modified captured spring assembly, which basically is just putting a little end on there and holding the spring down. And see, Taurus gets the price point on these. You'll say, well, why didn't Taurus make something like this? Well, how they keep that low price point is by doing it with the way they do it. Okay, so I went there, Galloway, and the price of the assembly was $24.50. No shipping, with free shipping. Okay, so that's, you figure that's the shipping cost is built in there. Sales tax was $1.72, so it'll come out to $26.22 to get this part to me. Okay, I will put a link in the description box to the home page here. Now they make all kinds of different parts, pieces, accessories for many of the other Taurus guns. Okay, so what we have is basically a guide rod with the spring, and on the end it has a captive piece set on there. Okay, so that looks like the correct spring, and yeah, it will compress down there. Maybe they put their own house spring on there. So now, instead of when we assemble the pistol, okay, we'll zoom in. So now, instead of taking the guide rod and sliding it in the spring and everything, we just take that end cap thing, put it in there, a little bit of compression, compress it, and get it in just like that, right where it should be. See, that barrel moves around in there. But now we got the assembly, it's sticking out. I could not get that gun assembled or anything. Alright. And then your assembly procedure goes back there like that. Try it this way. Okay. Okay, the problem was we have to line the barrel and the recoil spring, and there we go. Again with Taurus, when you hit that, it snaps a little takedown lever back. And there's a look at it. Nice recoil rod in there. Now, when I got this gun, I'm going to do another video, and that'll be open to the public. But this does make a difference in the takedown and that. It makes it a lot easier. Okay, I'm not going to go through it because, you know, you turn this, slide the slide off, pull it out. But the way that old spring was, okay, with the guide rod, I mean, I couldn't for the life of me get this gun back together, okay? Yeah, granted, the $26 kind of knocks off the, half of the $50 I got, but I look at it this way. I found a neat upgrade that makes assembly and disassembly of this handgun much easier. Hopefully the functioning in that will be fine. I don't know, I haven't shot it yet. I haven't shot it unmodified, and now I guess I'm going to have to shoot it in a modified form. Okay? So that's your members only. Tune you in on the upgrade. I'm not going to cover that in public, so that's a benefit for you guys. And also, I will give you the link to Galway Precision down in there, and you can check them out. I think for what it is and for the hassle, I know it's a pain when you have to spend extra money, but the thing is, now it makes this weapon a lot easier to deal with and work with, because you got to clean it. You got to take it apart and clean it. And if it's to the point where it's difficult, people will go away from cleaning it, and that'll cause some problems. You have to keep your weapons maintained and clean, and this modification helps. So hopefully we'll get it out to the range and see. And if I ever do find that part in the garage, I'll try to get it back together and see if there's a difference between the stock factory guide and spring and this replacement kind of upgrade. All right, thanks.